Hello everyone, welcome to my channel English with Kavita Kapoor. So today in this video we are going to revise the next part of tenses, which is past tense. Yesterday we revised present tense and I hope that you have liked that video. So now we are going to revise part second of the tenses, which is so much important, that is past tense. So without wasting much of our time, let's start the video. In this part, past tense, as I have already taught you yesterday, there are four kinds of each tense: indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. And I have taught you all the four kinds of present tense yesterday. So today we are going to start all the four kinds of the past tense. Let's talk about the first kind of past tense, which is indefinite tense. Past indefinite. As I taught you yesterday that indefinite tense of all the three tenses, either we are talking about present, past or future, always indicates the habitual actions. If you are talking about the past indefinite, it will tell the habitual actions, means the habits of the past. So let's talk about the habit of the past in past indefinite tense by applying the rule subject plus verb second form plus object. Why we are using verb second form in the indefinite tense? Because we are talking about the past. We are talking about those habits that we don't do now these days, that we don't repeat now these days. That's why we are using verb second form. Still, if you are repeating those habitual actions, you are continuing your life with those habitual actions that you used to do in the past, then you can use the helping verb of the present indefinite tense. There is no issue at all. So the simple affirmative the rule of the affirmative sentences in past indefinite tense will be subject plus verb second form plus object. Whenever you will convert the affirmative sentence into the negative sentence, the rule will be subject plus did not plus verb first form plus object. Question arises, why we are using verbs first form in the negative sentences? Okay, let me give you the answer of this question. We are using verbs first form in the negative sentences because we have already used second form of do in this. In the present indefinite tense, yesterday I taught you that in the negative sentences we always use do or does. We have only one helping verb, which is do, and whenever we use s or es with the helping verb do, it becomes does. I taught you this thing yesterday in the last video. If you want to know something about this, you can check it out and you can check that video. You can watch that video. You will understand that topic so nicely. So we have only one helping verb with us, which is do, and whenever you will convert the verb's first form into the second form. First form is do. Whenever you will use the second form of do, which is did, and the third form will be done. We don't require the third form, we will use the second form. So that's why we are using subject plus did not plus verb first form plus object. We have already used verbs of second form in this, means second form of, we have already used verbs second form, like second form of do in this, in the negative sentences. That's why we are using verb first form in the negative sentences. Clear? The next kind of sentence will be interrogative sentence. Interrogative means asking something, you are asking the question, and to ask the question you need to use helping verb before subject. Which is the helping verb in this sentence? Did. Correct. So the rule will be did plus subject plus verb first form plus object question mark. After that, the next kind of sentence will be interrogative negative. In an interrogative negative sentences, you will use interrogative before subject, means helping verb before subject, and not after the subject. So the rule will become did plus subject plus not plus verb first form plus object and then question mark. Got it? Let me make this thing more clear with the help of an example. And the example will be, she played guitar. She did not play guitar. Did she play guitar? Did she not play guitar? Okay, if you focused on this thing, I used verb second form in the affirmative sentence, in the simple sentence. When I converted simple sentence into the negative sentence, I used did not plus I used verb first form. Why did I use? I have already cleared this topic. And the next kind of means with singular or plural. Whatever the subject will be, you can use did not or did with any of the subject. Either the subject is singular or plural, it doesn't matter. You can use did not with any of the subject. Let's continue with the next example. Let me give you the next example also. Like, we went to the market. We did not go to the market. Did we go to the market? Did we not go to the market? And then question mark. Let's continue with the next kind of tense. And the next part of the past tense, and the next part will be past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. Continuous means continuity. Yesterday I taught you in the previous video that Continuous means continuity, means the work is going on. In present continuous tense, if you want to know how did we read that topic or how did I teach that topic, you can check that video, watch that video and make this topic more understand. In past, today I will teach you the concept of the past tense. So in the past continuous tense, the work was going on, means the work was in continuity but in the past. So ing in the sentence always indicates the continuity. We always use ing with verb first form to indicate the continuity of the work, to indicate that work is going on. And to indicate that we are talking about the past, you will use was were with the subject. So the rule will become subject plus was were plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Okay. With the singular subject you will use was, with the plural subject you will use were. So in the negative sentences, we always use not with the helping verb. And what is the helping verb in this tense? Was and were. But we are using, which thing we are using to indicate the continuity? Correct, ing. We are using ing with verb first form to indicate the continuity of the sentence, and we are using was were to indicate the past. Okay. What do we use to indicate the situation of the present? I have already taught you this thing in the previous video. You can watch that video and make this topic more clear. In the negative sentences, we use not with the helping verb, which is was and were. So the rule will become subject plus was were plus not plus verb first form plus ing plus object. And in the interrogative sentences, we always use helping verb before subject to ask something, to know about something, or to collect the information about something. That was that thing really happening? To know about that thing, we always use was and were, helping verb before subject. So the rule will become was were plus subject plus verb first form plus ing plus object. In the interrogative negative sentences, you always use helping verb before subject and note after the subject, like was were plus subject plus not plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Clear? All the four rules are very much clear to you, I think. Let me give you an example of singular and plural subject so that you can make this thing more clear. Example will be ma'am was teaching in the class. Ma'am was not teaching in the class. Was ma'am teaching in the class? Was ma'am not teaching in the class? Students were making noise. Students were not making noise. Were students making noise? Were students not making noise? In this thing, you are sharing the experience of the past. Whatever you have seen in the past, you are just sharing the same thing with the third person, that you have experienced that thing. The same thing you are sharing with the person to whom you are talking. That's why you are using the past helping verbs. Clear? Let's start the next one. Next important type of the past tense, which is past perfect tense. Perfect means perfection. Past means perfection in the past. You had done that work with the perfection in the past. So let's come to the rule. So the rule will be subject plus had plus verb third form plus object. It doesn't matter the subject is singular or plural. You can use had with any of the subject. Either the subject is singular or plural, you can use had with any of the subject. So this is the rule of the affirmative sentences. So let's convert the affirmative sentence into the negative sentence. And in the negative sentences, you will use not with the helping verb. Which is the helping verb? Had. Correct. So the rule will become subject plus had not plus verb third form plus object. We are using verb's third form to indicate the perfection. We are using had to indicate the past. Clear? Next, the interrogative. Rule of the interrogative sentences. I have already taught you this thing. To ask the question or to collect the information about anything, we always ask the questions. We have so many of the questions in our mind because we have the doubts regarding the things. To clear all those doubts, we ask the questions. We need to ask the question, and to ask the question, it is necessary for us to use the helping verb before the subject. And what is the helping verb in this tense? Had. Very correct. So let's change this rule. Let's make the rule. So the rule will be had plus subject plus verb third form plus object and then question mark. Interrogative, negative, interrogative and negative. In interrogative, we use helping verb before subject, and if the negative is there with also interrogative sentence, you will use not after the subject. So the rule will become had plus subject plus verb plus not plus verb third form plus object and then question mark. Let us make this thing more clear with the help of an example. Example will be I had attended the class. I had not attended the class. Had I attended the class? Had I not attended the class? They had broken the window. They had not broken the window. Had they broken the window? Had they not broken the window? Question. Got it? Everybody? Everyone? Nicely? Okay. So let's start the last kind of past tense, which is past perfect continuous. Why I am saying that? Why I am raising the 3 fingers on this? Why? Because there is a very solid reason behind this. First of all, we are talking about the past. Next, we are talking about perfect. Next, we are talking about continuous. Past, perfect, continuous. Whenever you talk about all the 3 tenses, it is necessary for you, it is compulsory for you to talk about all the 3 things and to show the things which can indicate very easily that you are talking about past also, perfect also, and continuous also. Got it? Everybody? To indicate the continuity, I have already given you the answer that to indicate the continuity, we always use ing with verb first form, and we will use this thing in this tense also. Got it? Perfect tense is there to indicate the perfection. We will use, to indicate the past perfect, we will use had in this tense. We cannot use verbs third form to indicate the perfection, because you are not allowed to use ing with verbs third form. Got it? So we will use, to indicate the past perfect, we will use had in this. And to join both of the things, to continuous and to perfect, to join both of the things, we will use been. So the rule will become subject plus had been plus verb first form plus ing plus object plus since or for plus given time. We use since if the time limit is not given. If it is given, we use for in that cases. Got it? In the negative sentences, we use not with the helping verb. What is the helping verb? Had. Okay? So the rule will become subject plus had not been plus verb first form plus ing plus object plus since or for plus given time. In an interrogative sentences, helping verb before subject and been after the subject. So the rule will become had plus subject plus been plus verb first form plus ing plus object plus since or for plus given time. In an interrogative negative sentences, the rule will be had plus subject plus not been plus verb first form plus ing plus object plus since or for plus given time. Got it? Everyone? Let us make this thing more clear with the help of an example, and the example will be Sita had been cooking the food since morning. Sita had not been cooking the food since morning. Had Sita been cooking the food since morning? Had Sita not been cooking the food since morning? Ram had been crying for 2 hours. Ram had not been crying for 2 hours. Had Ram been crying for 2 hours? Had Ram not been crying for 2 hours? That was all in this video. Okay, so I think the method of teaching was so nice, and you can understand all the things very nicely by this method of teaching. Still, if you have any doubt, you can comment me below, or you can text me or call me anytime. I'll solve your problem. Okay, and please you can suggest me also that on which topic I can make the videos, and I can teach you on what kind of a topics of grammar section, or the grammar section, or whatever the videos you want me to make for you. I'll definitely make those videos for you. So if you feel that my teaching method is well, then like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get the notification of all my videos on time. Okay, so revise this chapter, revise this topic of the tenses, and I will upload the video of the future tense tomorrow. Till then, keep watching. All the best.